Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your Vedic astrology coach Rajat Kapoor and welcome to my channel The Legit Astrologer. Today is a very exciting video because it is about Mercury's upcoming transit, which is an exalted transit in the sign of Virgo. In case you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the bell icon. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. If you wish to book a personalized consultation with me, you can check out the link to my website in the comment section and the process of reaching out to me. Please note that for in-person consultations, I am only available in Dubai, where I live. So Mercury, post its recent retrogression and direct motion, is moving out of the sign of Leo, the very fiery sign of Leo, and is now about to enter its exaltation sign of Virgo. Yes, Mercury rules the sign of Gemini and the sign of Virgo. It is the natural 3rd house lord and the natural 6th house lord, making a transit in the sign of Virgo on 23rd of September, and Mercury is going to stay in the sign of Virgo in its exaltation state till 10th of October. This is quite an important and an exciting transit, considering the fact that recently Venus has entered its Mool Trikona sign. Now Mercury will enter its exaltation sign. Both Venus and Mercury have something in common because they are both Rajas Grahas. So when these Rajas Grahas are in great dignity, it is an optimum time to enjoy all the things that are associated to Venus and Mercury. With Mercury, we relate communication. It is the karaka or the significator for management. It is linked to children. It is the student. It is the one who learns. As far as the learning agility of all individuals are concerned, Mercury plays a very important role. It is the karaka for speech. It is the karaka or significator for all the skin related things because it represents your skin. Mercury is the prince. It is the fastest moving graha. Therefore, I always say that as far as results are concerned, Mercury is the quickest in terms of delivering results. It delivers results in very quick succession. Now, this transit is very interesting and is a very important transit for the remainder of the year 2024 because both these grahas are in great dignity. They are the best of friends. Now the sign of Virgo, which has recently been in the axis of lunar eclipse and is also going to be in the axis of upcoming solar eclipse, Mercury will be playing a very important role in solar eclipse because it is within the eclipse. It is going to be passing the lunar eclipse degree. It is going to be passing the solar eclipse degree as well. Now there is a 3 planetary conjunction in the sign of Virgo. There is Sun, Mercury and Ketu. The basic principle of rule of astrology is that whichever planet is in the great dignity has a greater say. Mercury is an exception there. As far as the 3 planetary conjunctions is concerned, Mercury definitely holds the greater strength because it is in its supreme dignity. But at the same time, Mercury is such a planet that gets very easily influenced by other grahas or planets. So Sun's influence to Mercury is forming a Buddha Aditya Yoga in the sign of Virgo. Wherever the sign of Virgo falls in your chart, for the next few weeks, this is an opportunity for you to have or deliver any sort of quick wins with regards to matters related to that particular house in your chart. And I'm going to talk about all 12 ascendant signs and how this transit is going to have an impact. Now this sign is being also aspected by 2 planets or grahas. There is the 4th aspect of Mars. Mars is making a transit in the sign of Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, therefore it becomes its dispositor. It plays a very important role. Mars is aspecting Mercury, Sun and Ketu by its 4th aspect. This aspect represents protection. So therefore, whatever significance related to the sign of Virgo in your chart, that is being protected and it is elevating communication. It is putting a lot of energy in communication, in management, in leadership, in children, in education, in learning and everything that is associated to Mercury. This Mercury is also aspected by Jupiter, which is going pretty strong before it goes retrograde in the sign of Taurus. Jupiter is having a 5th aspect on all 3 planets, Sun, Ketu and Mercury. So its 5th aspect of Sun is creating a royal lineage or royal connection. Its 5th aspect on Mercury is going to expand communication. It is a huge opportunity for us to put our management capabilities and foster growth opportunities. Tremendous opportunities that could come over the next couple of months. Its 5th aspect on Ketu is also trying to control and trying to channelize Ketu's energies there because Ketu is directionless. So it is getting Guru's direction in terms of increasing the spiritual quotient while it is making a transit in the sign of Virgo. Now Mercury here is in its exalted state or Ucha state. It is the Ucha Rashi of Mercury. Mercury is one of the most selfish grahas. It is the only planet that gets exalted in its own sign, the sign that it rules. None of the other grahas, this rule does not apply to any of the other grahas. Therefore, Mercury is very self-centered. It is selfish. And in today's world, there is no harm in being self-centered. You must love yourself. You must take care of yourself first before you take care of others and this world. Mercury, seventh aspect of desire. Mercury desires you to give. Mercury desires you to uplift yourself spiritually. Use all your intelligence and learning in spiritual practices and pursuits. Take care of your feet. Do something to the other where your feet are involved. One of the most potential remedies during this time, since your feet are involved, Mercury represents all the kind of plant. So walk, take a walk in the garden, take a walk in the park, walk bare feet on the grass. This could be a potential good remedy for many people. Mercury also wants you to donate and look after children, especially work towards the welfare of children during this time. This could be a potential good remedy for you in case you want to minimize any ill effects of this transit. This is the natural third house lord and the natural sixth house lord making a transit in the natural sixth house, creating a natural Viparita yoga in transit. But Mercury is very powerful, very strong during this transit. The lord of efforts, change, things that you do on a day-to-day basis, younger siblings, your communication, learning, management, is making a transit in the house of growth. Both the houses that Mercury rules at a natural level are Upachaya houses, are the houses of growth. Therefore, Mercury plays a very important role as far as growth is concerned. And we also see job from the natural sixth house. It is going to support your intelligence and management capability in any kind of job that you do and foster a lot of growth opportunities. So therefore, this is a tremendous opportunity for many people. Let's understand who's going to have the most impact of this transit. If you're running through a dasha antadasha of Mercury, Sun, Moon, Ketu, Jupiter, Mars, you are likely to be impacted by this transit. If you have any prominent planets in the sign of Virgo, in the sign of Pisces, and if you're running through its dasha antadasha, you're likely to be impacted by this transit. In case you're a Gemini ascendant or a Virgo ascendant, quite naturally, you will be impacted by this transit. There are 4 ascendants who would enjoy a Bhadra Mahapurush Yoga during this transit, and that is Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces, because Mercury will be Ucha or exalted in one of their Kendra houses. Bhadra itself means different, so it is creating and bringing a differentiation in your life and bringing some new opportunities where you could apply lateral thinking, different thinking and be more creative in anything that you do. It is an excellent time to learn. Now let's try and understand how this transit is going to have an impact on all 12 ascendant signs or the moon signs. At a physical level, you must read this transit from your ascendant sign, and at the mental level, you can read this from your moon sign. I'm going to give you very simple tips and certain remedies that you can have during this transit in order to make the most of this opportunity. Let's start with Aries ascendants. For Aries ascendants, Mercury becomes the 3rd house ruler and the 6th house ruler. This Mercury is making a transit in its exaltation sign in your 6th house. For Aries, Mercury is not one of the best grahas because it rules 2 of the not so good houses. Though these houses indicate growth, but there are a lot of negative traits associated to these houses as well. Mercury for you rules valor, rules growth, new opportunities, any kind of change, whether it's a good change or a bad change, younger siblings and your relationship with younger siblings, your communication, effort that you put. It also rules your daily routine, deaths and diseases. It rules one of the Upachaya bhavas and also 6th house that represents Shad Ripus or enemies of your mind, your competition, opposition and anything that you do on a day-to-day basis, your job as well. This Mercury is making a transit in the 6th house itself, which is creating a Viparita yoga in transit. Things could go adverse, out of the way, but then you will eventually rise during this transit. So, you understand this Mercury is being aspected by your Lagna Lord Mars and also Jupiter, which is your 9th Lord, your Bhagyesha. So, in order to make the most of this transit, you must look up to your Lagna Lord Mars and Jupiter. So, any remedy that you do during this transit is associated to either Mars or Jupiter. It could be mantras, it could be any other remedy related to food items, it could also be any remedy as far as lifestyle changes are concerned, exercising, eating right. See, Mercury rules anything that you do with your hands, and it's in the house of daily routine. So you need to make sure that every day, whatever you do, you must use your hands. Work in the kitchen, work out in the gym. This way you will also channelize your Mars in a good way. You also could write or journal during this time. Anything that you do with a pen and a purpose, pen down your thoughts, write down your goals. From a job point of view, because we see job from the 6th house as well, this could be a prosperous time. This could be an opportunity for you that could bring in some change as far as job is concerned, because your 6th and 12th axis is pretty much active with a number of grahas and an eclipse that will also play a role. I have made another video recently on the lunar eclipse and how it is going to have an impact. Mercury definitely is playing a role here, and you could expect certain results as far as 6th house matters are concerned. Now, this Mercury is aspecting your 12th house by its 7th aspect of desire. Mercury desires you to put your knowledge and intelligence in spiritual activities, in helping others, in donating others, particularly if you make these donations towards children, stationery or education related items. You can make the most of this transit because you will be able to channelize this Mercury appropriately. Initial first few days could be a bit challenging, but eventually you will rise and become a better person. You are also likely to gain intelligence during this time because Mercury does very well in the 6th house as far as intelligence is concerned. So you must learn something, pick up a course or two, learn a skill that you can apply very well in your job and foster your chances towards success. You could have some opposition, so be careful of other people who you work with, because there could be some politics at your workplace. There could be some sort of blockages or obstacles that you could face during this time. Worship Lord Ganesha. That is the ultimate remedy for you, and he is the Vignaharta. He will protect you from any obstacles during this time, because Mercury is conjoined with Sun and also Ketu during this time. So look up to Ganesha, worship him every day. Overall, this is not a bad transit for you. It's an opportunity transit. First few days could be challenging, and then it could get better for you. And for that, I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Taurus ascendants. For Taurus ascendants, Mercury is an important planet. It's a yoga karaka, and at the same time, it plays a very important role in all wealth related matters, your current wealth and your wealth related to your future, because Mercury rules your 2nd house and your 5th house. So these are two Lakshmi bhavas. So 2nd house represents your consumption, those people who you would like to protect, and that's your family, your food, what you consume, what you share with others, those who you love, your speech, Vani. Mercury also rules your 5th house. It plays a very important role in future. Now, as far as progress is concerned, as far as success is concerned, because we see positional growth, positional success from the 5th house. This is where the king sits. It is the Rajya Bhava. This Mercury is making a transit in its exaltation sign in the 5th house itself. It's quite an auspicious time. You only get this opportunity once in about few months. It's like an annual opportunity for you that you're getting this year. You will not get this opportunity till the next 1 year or so. So it is your time to make the most of your decisions that will work out well for your future. Now that will work in the best of your interest and the interest of your children and those who you love, your near and dear ones, as far as future is concerned. So I do see wealth creating opportunities. I do see income. There's a rise in income. There's an increment or an incentive that could be in store for you. So if you're expecting a secondary source of income or rise in your income, promotion, elevation, this could be an opportunity time for you in case your dasha antardasha is supportive. There would be stress because you will be loaded with work during this time. So make sure that you're on the ground. Make sure that you are very much communicating with everyone, especially with your subordinate, those people who work for you. These people could really support you in your success. Mercury is creating a Dhan Yoga during this time. So in case your dasha antardasha is supportive, gain of finance is inevitable. You will be gaining some financial opportunity, or you would be doing some financial management, maybe making some long-term investment decisions during this time. Take care of your gut. There could be some stomach related issues. There could be some issues with the food. So make sure that you're eating right. Make sure that you exercise. Make sure you have a very balanced routine and you take care of your digestive system. This is also an opportunity for you to improve your eating habits during this time. Mercury is aspecting your 11th house by its 7th aspect of desire. Mercury desires you to continue having cordial relationship with your friends. It desires you to influence other people at your workplace for your growth, for your development, and at the same time certain gains. So your 2, 5, 11 is quite active during this time. So it's quite a good opportunity for you if you decide something with regards to your future, with regards to, let's say, starting a new business or a new line of work or making a change. This could definitely give you some income or some support during this time. Love matters are going to be on the rise. There could be some conflict as well as far as your relationship is concerned, because so make sure that you avoid any arguments, avoid any quarrels during this time. Use mantras related to Mercury, or very simply use the mantra Om Vishnave Namah, because Mercury is associated to Vishnu, and this will be extremely supportive for you during this time. And for that, I wish you the very best, and may you have a very good transit of Mercury. Now let us talk about Gemini ascendants. For Gemini ascendants, Mercury is an important planet because it's your Lagna Lord. Besides the Lagna Lord, it is also your 4th Lord. It's your ascendant Lord, the ruler of yourself, your overall body, personality, who you are, your immunity, your knowledge, intelligence. It also rules your 4th house, or Sukha Bhava. It is also your Sukhesha, besides the Lagnesha, your comfort space, your mother, homeland, your people, where you feel most protected, where you feel most nurtured. It is the house of compassion and care. Now Mercury is considered Maran Karaka in the 4th house. So from that perspective, somewhere it is losing its signification. Therefore, it means that you will have to put in extra efforts in order to protect or in order to channelize signification related to Mercury, which is management, communication, intelligence, learning, and anything to do with other people, anything to do with children, anything to do with quick, fast decision making, quick wins. There will be more effort than usual. But on contrary, Mercury is in its exaltation sign. So this is an exception because it's in great dignity during this time. It's your Lagna Lord. It's forming a nice yoga. It's a Raja Yoga during this time. Mercury is also giving you Bhadra Mahapurush Yoga during this transit. It's a differentiated yoga. It's a differentiated yoga. It gives management capabilities. It gives intelligence. It blesses the person and makes the person wise. Your decision making would be really good during this time. So any decisions that you take could be good. There could be decisions related to change of home. There could be decisions related to shift of residence, because your 4 and 10 axis is pretty active. Change of residence due to work, some travel or movement related to work, connecting back home, making a good connection with your mother or people from your homeland, because this is also the house of mother. So it's an opportunity for you to improve this relationship and avoid any kind of conflict that is there. One of the most essential ideal remedy for you is to declutter your house. Maybe you have a wardrobe, you need to remanage it, rearrange it. This could be a time, something that you've been delaying for a long time. This is your opportunity. Try to reorganize, try to rearrange. Another quick remedy for you to channelize this Mercury is buy a new indoor plant or an outdoor plant as well. Anything green, Mercury is associated to it, and it will help you channelize this Mercury in a way that will give you the best results. This Mercury is aspecting your 10th house by its 7th aspect of desire. Mercury desires you to learn anything related to your work. Pick up a course during this time, or do something, take something online, read a journal, try to apply those learnings at your workplace. You will get benefited. Your environment at the work will get better eventually, and you will feel more satisfied and more content with what you're doing at this time. Maybe this is a time wherein you really would get into something that you've wanting to do, something that you love to do, something that you're passionate about, and this is a discovery phase for you. So you need to make the most of it. You need to take care of your gut, your stomach. There could be some digestive issues, so take care of food, what you consume. So those are some of the things which you have to be careful of, which you have to be cautious of during this time. But overall, it's an excellent time. It's a good transit for you, and for that, I wish you the very best. Let us now talk about Cancer ascendants. For Cancer ascendants, Mercury is the 3rd Lord and the 12th Lord. So it's more of a neutral planet for Cancer ascendants. Mercury rules 3rd house of efforts, valor, your younger siblings, your courage, change, communication. It is also the house of growth because it is one of the Upachaya Bhavas, the first Upachaya Bhava. Mercury is also the 12th lord of expenditure, losses, your higher self-consciousness, the house of unlimited potential, the house that represents your sleep, your comforts inside your room, inside your comfort space, and how your sleep is, how it's all about bed comforts towards the end of the day, and therefore we see sleep from this house. This house also represents your ability to help others, your ability to give. This Mercury is making a transit in the 3rd house itself. It is something very similar to a Viparita yoga. Things could go adverse initially, but eventually you will rise. But your 3-9 axis is pretty active during this time, which represents start of a journey. So you could take up something new, you could start a new line of work, or you could go on a travel journey or a spiritual journey. If you take up something spiritual during this time, as far as travel is concerned, it could give you peace of mind. It will be a time to reflect and rejuvenate and connect with the Almighty. So I will highly encourage you to take up a spiritual journey during this time. This Mercury is aspecting your 9th house during this time. So it supports Bhagya, it desires Bhagya, it is putting a lot of focus on spiritual activities, on higher learning, on higher education, and at the same time support from your father. You must take Guru Upadesha because Mercury is student. In the 3rd house, it is very supportive as far as learning is concerned from those people who are your gurus, who's your mentor or a teacher, or it could be a father as well, a father figure. Make sure that you take their advice. It is not going to hurt you during this time. However, you will need an advice of someone senior to you. So make sure that you reach out to them to avoid any ambiguity and to clear your decision making, to be very clear about it and to be very precise about it and in the best interest of yourself and your loved ones. Those people who are living outside of their homeland, this could be a potentially favorable time to make any real estate decisions as far as outside of your home country is concerned or far away from your place of birth. It could be a few thousand kilometers from your place of birth within your country as well, but you can make some decisions as far as buying or selling of a house is concerned or constructing of a house is concerned outside of your homeland. So if your Dasha Antadaha is supportive, this could happen. Your communication is going to improve, your efforts will see results during this time. I don't consider this as a bad transit because Mercury is exalted. It is also the natural ruler of the 3rd house and is activating your Bhagya. It is supporting your Bhagya during this transit. It is an opportunity for you. Your expenses are going to be controlled because that is in your hands. One thing that you must do as a quick remedy, write anything that you want to do in life, write about it, pen down your goals. That's the opportunity which is there for you. Overall, it's a good transit and I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Leo ascendants. For Leo ascendants, Mercury is a planet which is neutral. It is friendly with your Lagna Lord Surya. It plays a very important role in wealth and income because Mercury is the ruler of 2nd house and the 11th house. 2nd house of wealth, that is accumulated, your family, your speech, your food, your storage and your resources and of course your wealth that you store, that you share with your loved ones. Mercury also is the 11th lord of gains, your income, Aya, your wider social network, your ability to influence others, rewards, incentive. It's a very material house and Mercury is all Rajas energies. It's a princely planet. This Mercury is making a exalted transit in your 2nd house itself. It is in its Ucha Rashi and it will be conjoined with your Lagna Lord Surya during this time. It is naturally a Dhan Yoga during this time, so it's a wealth creating opportunity for you. So if you're looking forward to any sort of change which is leading to a rise in your income, anything that is giving you a secondary source of income, starting a new project, new line of work, in case your Dasha Antadasha is supportive, you could have success, you could have opportunities to create wealth. Your food habits are likely to undergo change, transformation. It could be due to health concerns or if you take some proactive steps towards changing your eating habits, this transit could be extremely beneficial for you. It is an opportunity to put your lifestyle back on track in case you have been struggling for it. This Mercury is aspecting your 8th house by its 7th aspect of desire. Mercury desires transformation, transformation regarding your wealth, transformation within your family, and transformation in your eating habits. This way you will become a better person, you will become more wise person. Your speech is also undergoing some sort of karma, so make sure that you channelize your aggressive energies or firepower within your speech, and you think before you speak. Use all your intelligence and knowledge and be very conscious about what you say and who you say and the people that you are interacting with. This is a kind of opportunity for you which is there during this time in case you had any speech related issues or any verbal argument or quarrels. This is an opportunity for you to resolve all these conflicts. Use remedy related to Surya, use mantra related to Surya, your Lagna Lord. You must remember that your 5th Lord Jupiter and your 9th Lord Mars both are aspecting this Mercury and also your Lagna Lord Surya. So this is an opportunity for you to channelize your decisions in a way which is in the best interest of yourself, your family and your wealth. Make some financial decisions during this time, save your wealth and make some investment related decisions which should give you some long term gain. Overall, it's a great transit for you and I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Virgo Ascendants and what's happening with Virgo Ascendants as far as Mercury's transit in its exaltation sign of Virgo is concerned. Mercury is your Lagna Lord. It is also your 10th Lord. It is the ruler of yourself, your body, your overall vitality, your immunity, who you are, your intelligence, your learning. Also your 10th Lord of work, profession, your actions in the society. It is your Karam Karak. This Mercury is making a transit in your ascendant Lagna Lord. A. Mercury is exalted during this transit. B. It gains directional strength or it is Digbali. It is extremely powerful because it carries blessings of the Devata. It is your Lagnesha. Therefore, from that perspective, it is quite a prominent transit for you. It is quite an opportunity transit for you. That is for a short window, but this window is not going to come for the next few months. This is a time when you make the most of it. Physical transformation, personal transformation is inevitable during this time. Your communication is going to improve. You will build management capabilities during this time which will help you make some good decision. This time is also an opportunity for you to rise as far as your status is concerned, to have any rise as far as income is concerned, as far as new and bigger work opportunities are concerned, or some new project or assignment that could come which could be very beneficial for you in case your Dasha Antardasha is supportive. Health could remain a concern, so you could have some minor health issues. It could be viral or it could be related to your immunity. So take care of yourself and make sure with this change of season you take care of yourself and of course avoid any kind of such issues. Have warm water, channelize these energies appropriately which could help you each and every day. Have lemon, so when you wake up in the morning you have warm water with lemon and some honey which could support your immunity. That's how you could start your day. Eat green pistachios first thing in the morning. That will also help you to channelize the energies of this Mercury appropriately. This is your Lagna Lord. It is forming a nice yoga which is a Simhasan yoga in transit. Work opportunities are going to grow. Personal transformation is very supportive during this time. There is also Sun in your ascendant. It is an opportunity for you. Worship Lord Shiva and also worship Lord Ganesha during this time. So personal transformation is good, and at the same time Mercury will also give you relationship transformation or transformation as far as relationship matters are concerned, because this Mercury will be aspecting your 7th house by its 7th aspect of desire. So it wants you to put your focus and improve your communication as far as relationship is concerned. Those people who are looking out to seeking a new relationship, marriage prospects, that is going to be favorable during this time in case your Dasha Antardasha is supportive. It is an opportunity for you, so embrace this transit and embrace the energies of Mercury to help you make very good decisions as far as your future is concerned, as far as your work is concerned, and for that I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Libra Ascendants and what's happening with Libra Ascendants as far as Mercury's exalted transit in the sign of Virgo is concerned. For Libra, Mercury becomes your 9th Lord, therefore it's your Bhagyesha and also 12th Lord. So it plays a very important role in spiritual activities, in higher learning, because both these houses represent higher education, higher conscious learning, self-awareness. 9th Lord represents travel, long journeys, father, your father figure, your dharma, fortune, your religion, all kinds of higher learning and also spiritual learning and growth. And this Mercury is making a transit in your 12th house itself. So firstly, it's the 12th lord making a transit in the 12th house itself, which is creating a Viparita Yoga in transit. Mercury is a natural benefic planet. It is also a functional benefic for you. It's your Bhagyesha. So as far as this opportunity is concerned, this transit is concerned, initial first few days could be challenging. Eventually you will rise. You will become more of giving nature, more of helpful nature during this time. It is an opportunity for you to put all your intelligence in increasing your self-awareness. Try to do a SWOT analysis of yourself. Identify your areas of strength. Try to build on those strengths and therefore become successful. And at the same time, be very conscious of your improvement areas and where you could improve, where you could develop. And in order to develop, take up a course, pick up a skill and learn and continue to increase your self-awareness. See, this is a journey of discovery during this time which you are going through. So the more you discover yourself, the better person you would become eventually. This is your 9th lord making a transit in the 12th house. So if you work with people from different cultures, different background, if you work in a multinational setup, in case you are also likely to make a move outside of your home country, this could be a potentially favorable transit for you. You are likely to get some favors from people from foreign land, people from different cultures. Your father's health could be of a concern during this time, so make sure that you take care of your father and also the relationship that you have with your father during this time. But of course, it depends on your dasha, antardasha and what you're going through. This Mercury is aspecting your 6th house by its 7th aspect of desire. Mercury desires communication in your day-to-day life. Mercury desires management capabilities in your day-to-day life. Avoid any kind of conflict with people, any kind of opposition. It will support you. Rather, it will support you in competitive activities. It will support you in your path of growth. Work-related matters could be a bit stressful momentarily, but eventually it will support you. And remember, after this transit, Mercury is going to be entering your ascendant. So it is an opportunity window for you. The next couple of months are quite crucial. Your Lagna Lord Venus is having a supportive transit. So you could have wealth creating opportunities towards the end of this year. And for that, I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Scorpio ascendants. For Scorpio ascendants, Mercury becomes the 8th lord and the 11th lord. It is a potent malefic for all the Mars ruled ascendants because Mercury does not rule 2 of the good houses. It's your 8th lord. So it represents all kinds of obstacles and also diseases. It, besides that, also represents longevity, all the hidden things, mysterious things, those kind of hidden things or hidden diseases that you would not be aware of, that would take time in order to rectify, in order to diagnose. It also represents sudden changes, sudden ups and downs, places which are across the sea, isolated places, isolated lands, and transformation of all kinds. Mercury is also your 11th lord, which is the lord of a house of gains, but at the same time it also represents enemies, bigger enemies or opposition, because it's 6th from the 6th house. It also represents your friends or the wider social network, the ability to influence others and be recognized. This Mercury is making a transit in the 11th house. I have always said and maintained a persona that any planet making a transit, or if it is placed in the 11th house, it is generally good as far as material matters are concerned. Okay, it is going to bring some opposition during this time. It is going to bring some competition during this time, but eventually you will rise. Eventually you will have some gains. Mercury is a functional malefic for you, but it's a natural benefic. So from that aspect, it is going to do pretty well as far as this transit is concerned. There are opportunities for you to influence. Other people are going to come to you with their problems to seek solution, to seek your advice. If you're in the business of consulting, advisory, where you guide others, where you mentor others or coach others, this could be a potentially favorable time because you're going to increase your client base. In case you wish to set up a business or some sort of advisory, this could be a potentially favorable time for you. So anything which is to do with other people, because other people are going to come to you to take help, to take your guidance, which could give them some income, which could help them navigate a path. So this is your time. Your friends are also going to come to you for advice. You might be involved in resolving conflicts between your other friends. So you have to be careful and just try to maintain your persona and also your calmness as well. This is going to be pretty important. It's a testing time for you. This Mercury is aspecting your 5th house by its 7th aspect of desire. Mercury desires care and compassion towards children. Mercury desires communication and management as far as your future is concerned. It wants you to progress, it wants you to succeed. See, it's also your 8th lord. Transformation is inevitable. There will be opposition, there will be some competition, there is some karma that you have to fulfill. Any mantras that you use, this could be highly beneficial for you. Particularly, you must use the mantra Om Vishnave Namah to avoid or bring down any ill effects of this transit if you feel that is there. Mantra is going to be a good remedy because we see mantras from the 5th house and your 5 and 11 axis is pretty active during this time. I don't consider this as a bad transit for you and I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Sagittarius Ascendants and what's happening with Sagittarius Ascendants as far as Mercury's transit in its exaltation sign of Virgo is concerned. Mercury for you is the 7th lord and the 10th lord. So it rules marriage, partnership, your relationship, harmony, those people who are opposite to you. It is the Jaya Bhava. It represents peace and also war. It is also your 10th lord, the lord of your karma, your actions in the society, your job, profession, the kind of work that you do, how you survive and sustain in this world and take care of others as well. This Mercury is making a transit in your 10th house in its exaltation sign of Virgo. It is creating a Bhadra Mahapurush Yoga in transit. This is a differentiating approach and this house represents your workplace. So you're likely to develop lateral thinking, creative thinking or do something different as far as your work is concerned. So this is an opportunity for you to foster and make sure that you make the most of these experiences and foster bigger and better opportunities as far as work is concerned. Mercury for you also rules obstacles, so it could also create some political situation at workplace. So be careful of other people. Make sure that you maintain cordial relationships with other people and at the same time try to navigate this transit because you could have some opposition, some workplace politics that could be dirty in nature. So be a bit careful during this time. This Mercury is aspecting your 4th house by its 7th aspect of desire, which means Mercury desires comfort space. Mercury wants you to focus on your mindfulness. Mercury wants you to focus on your inner peace. Meditate, practice sadhana, do yoga, connect with your mother. Your parents' health could be of a concern. So make sure that you stay in touch with them, make sure that you reach out to them and take care of them. Mercury is a natural significator of the 10th house or the primary karaka. So from that perspective, it's a good transit. It is also conjoined Surya. Surya gains direction strength in this house and I've mentioned this in my previous video. It's creating a Buddhaditya Yoga in your 10th house. So anything that you learn with regards to your workplace, you are likely to succeed. I don't consider this as a bad transit for you. It is an opportunity. It will bring its own sort of struggles and challenges as far as other people are concerned, as far as politics is concerned, but at the same time, I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Capricorn Ascendants. For Capricorn Ascendants, Mercury becomes the 6th lord and your 9th lord. It's your Bhagyesha. Therefore, it's a very important planet because it rules fortune for you. 9th house of Bhagya, long journeys, your father figure, higher education, your spirituality, your religion, your dharma, which is most important, your lineage. It is also your 6th lord of daily routines, things that you do on a day-to-day basis, your job, opposition, competition, also enemies of the mind, 6 enemies, Shadripus as we call. Mercury also rules growth opportunities for you because 6th house is also an Upachaya Bhava. This Mercury is making a transit in your 9th house in its exaltation sign of Virgo. Your Bhagyesha is there. It is an opportunity for you that is not going to come in for the next few months. Because see, firstly, even Venus's transit is supportive in the 10th house and now you have Mercury in your 9th house. Bhagya is supportive, workplace is supportive. What is being tested is your decision making. Taking up a journey is inevitable during this time because your 3rd and 9th axis is pretty active and at the same time your workplace is being supported by a cordial environment, particularly if you work with a female boss or a manager or people who have an opposite gender to who you are likely to be supported. You are likely to resolve any conflict that has been there during this time. Now, you will be protector of your dharma, your religion. Your fortune is quite favorable during this time. Your 3 and 9 axis is active, which means start of a journey. It doesn't mean that you will travel or go on a journey, but this means starting something new. And if you've been wanting to start something new, a line of work, change is inevitable, and make sure that you embrace this change, make sure that you step into this change and take control of this situation during this time, because your 3 and 9 axis is pretty active. You need Guru Upadesha. You need blessings or message from your mentor, guru or teacher during this time, which could be beneficial for you, which could help you make some good decisions as far as your future is concerned, because this Mercury is aspecting your 3rd house by its 7th aspect of desire. So it wants you to put effort, it wants you to improve your communication at your workplace and also with those people who you are closely connected to. Bhagya is supportive during this time. In case your Dasha, Antardasha is supportive, this could be like a game changer transit for you. It is going to bring in a lot of relief over the next couple of weeks, and for that, I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Aquarius Ascendants. What's happening with Aquarius Ascendants as far as Mercury's transit in the sign of Virgo is concerned, which is its exaltation transit. Mercury for you is an important planet. It is your 5th lord, and I always say 5th lord is one of the most important planet for any ascendant, because it rules your future, your progress, your children, and of course all the deeds of your past life and how things will manifest into actions, whether it's good or bad for your future. We see progress or success from this house because this is where the king sits. It's a Rajya Bhava. Mercury also rules your 8th house of Ayush, obstacles, sudden ups and downs in life, longevity. The house of secrets, it's a very mysterious house. Mercury is making a transit in your 8th house itself. Therefore, it is creating a Viparita Yoga in transit. On contrary, Mercury is exalted. Mercury does very well in the 8th house. One of the good grahas that you can have in the 8th houses, which is generally considered the best grahas, is Mercury, because it is very change ready. It changes very easily. So, the house of transformation or sudden changes, it gives the person capability or ability to manage this change very well, to navigate this change very well. And at the same time, any communication that is involved as far as change or transformation is concerned, that is likely to improve during this time. Change is inevitable. Your transformation is in your hands, and Mercury is going to be extremely supportive. Your 2 and 8 axis is pretty active. You are going to take some financial decisions, you are going to do some financial management, or you are going to be taking some decisions that are related to your family. There could also be decisions related to your food or diet. You might stop eating something, you might start eating something else. You might make some significant changes as far as your consumption or your diet is concerned, and this could be good for you. This could be in the best interest of your well-being and your mental wellness as well, because food has a direct relationship with our manas, with our mind. Make some financial decisions, make some decisions related to your diet. This is going to increase and improve your communication during this time. You could be more open. Other people might come to you to take advice, to take suggestion. Initial days could be challenging, but eventually you will rise by the virtue of this Viparita Yoga. So therefore, I don't consider this transit as a bad transit for you. It's an opportunity for change. It is an opportunity to embrace this transformation and improve your communication, and for that, I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Pisces Ascendants and what's happening with Pisces Ascendants as far as Mercury's transit in the exaltation sign of Virgo is concerned. Mercury for you is the 4th lord and the 7th lord. It rules your Sukh Bhava, the Bhava of happiness, the house of happiness, your mother, your comfort space, your homeland, those places where you feel most protected, happy and content in life. Mercury also rules your 7th house of partnership, marriage, relationship, harmony, those people who are opposite to you. So everything and anything that is opposite to you is seen from the 7th house, and we see such people as well. This Mercury is making a transit in your 7th house itself in the exaltation sign of Virgo. Mercury is not considered most auspicious as far as 7th house matters are concerned, because it is detrimental towards relationship. Mercury has shifting tendencies. It is also selfish. So it makes a person very self-centered as far as relationship matters are concerned. So that could become a cause of concern, because the person keeps their own interest ahead of the other person, which could be bad for relationship. So you have some relationship karma as far as this time period is concerned, but this Mercury is in its exaltation sign, so this could be supportive. Your communication is likely to improve. You're likely to improve your relationship. You're likely to maybe keep your ego aside. That's the remedy or a suggestion that I would give you during this time, and listen to your partner. Have a very collaborative approach towards resolving a conflict, and that is ideal when you start listening. Mercury is the karaka of communication, and 50% of communication, it is all about listening to the other person. This Mercury is aspecting your lagna, your first house, by its 7th aspect of desire. It desires change. It desires you to become more intelligent. It wants you to learn something which is in the best interest of your satisfaction, happiness, and also linked to your business or the kind of work that you do. If you're in some business, this is a learning opportunity for you. See, Mercury also rules obstacles for you, because it is the lord of obstacles, or it's a Badak Graha for you. So from that perspective, if you want to avoid any ill effects of Badakesh, worship Lord Ganesha, because there is energy of Ketu and also Mercury during this time, and then Sun is also making a transit. Your spouse's health or your partner's health could be of a concern. Worship Lord Ganesha every day. Use mantras related to Lord Ganesha. Simple mantra, Om Gam Ganpataye Namah. This is something which you can use on a daily basis. You will be protected, and Lord Ganesha will help you overcome any obstacles. He is the Vighanharta after all. So from that perspective, it is an opportunity transit for you. Have a positive outlook as far as your life is concerned. Try to fix your relationship and improve your own self, and for that I wish you the very best. So friends, this was about Mercury's exalted transit in the sign of Virgo. I hope and believe brings a lot of growth opportunity for us, helps us communicate in our day-to-day lives, and build our management capabilities. That will help us make some good decisions as far as our future is concerned. Stay tuned for more interesting videos on Vedic astrology. Thank you very much. God bless you all.